Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this evening's Healthletica Wave class. My name is Abby, and I am honored to be here to lead you through your practice this evening. If you have props, please make sure they're close by, perhaps a bolster, blocks, or a strap. And since we don't have the luxury of the heated studio, perhaps maybe a blanket or a sweater just to put over you while we relax in our final Shavasana. We will start this evening's practice in Shavasana. So if you aren't already on your back, kindly make your way down to your mat, lying on your back, allowing your feet to come as wide as the mat, your feet displayed to the sides, hands at the side of your body, maybe up to receive or down to ground. Gently tucking the shoulder blades in towards each other and the chin towards the chest. And starting to shift into this space, moving away from doing and coming towards being. Just taking this time to start to calm the body and calm the mind. Breathing deeply in and out through the nose. And maybe introducing some deep belly breathing here. As you inhale, have the belly expand, keeping the chest neutral, feeling the belly rise. As you exhale, allowing the belly to fall, navel towards the spine, feeling it contract. Keep this deep belly breathing movement with you, making sure the belly expands every time you inhale and contracts as you exhale, keeping the chest neutral. Now is a good time to set an intention or a sankalpa for your practice. Something positive that resonates with you. Or maybe thinking about letting your light shine. We are all born and brought into this world with an amazing light presence and lightness in our heart and souls. But sometimes we let our everyday lives or relationships or events dull our shine. If we take the time to renew and regenerate and remember that we are beings made to shine, then we can take the time to bring our light back, feeling uplifted and positive, and being able to shine our light on others as well. Keep breathing deeply with your belly breathing. Gently starting to bring some awareness back to the body, deepening the breath, perhaps pointing and flexing the feet, pointing and flexing the hands, circling the wrists, circling the ankles. And then when you're ready, inhale the arms overhead. Bring the ankles close to each other. And then stretch here, lengthening out. Contracting the muscles in the calves and the thighs, the belly, the arms. And then exhale, let it all release. One more time, inhale, lengthening here, pulling in opposite directions, hand and feet. Feeling the muscles starting to contract. And exhale, release. And then slowly, taking the hands to the right side of the body and then moving the feet to the right side of the body, making a banana shape here. And breathing deeply into the left side body here, starting to feel a nice stretch coming in from the quad into the hamstring, up into the hip and all the way through the side body. Inhale the hands and feet back to center. And then exhale them over to the left side. Again, creating a nice banana shape with your body, opening up the side body, feeling it go all the way from underneath the arm down into the front of the leg. Breathing deeply here. Inhale the arms back and feet back to center. And then exhale, bring the knees into the chest, giving them a hug. And maybe rocking side to side, releasing the low back into the mat. Starting to bring energy here. And bring the knees back to center. And then just circling the knees. Starting out with small circles, and then whenever you're ready, you can expand into bigger circles. Wakening up the hips and the back. Circle the other way. And then bringing the knees back to center. Straightening out the left leg, hugging the right knee into the chest. Flexing both feet. Holding here for a moment. And then switching. Exhale, bringing the left knee towards the chest, straighten out the right leg. And draw that knee in towards the chest. Feet are flexed. Again, one more time each way. Left leg straightens, right knee towards the chest. Exhale, squeeze that knee in. And then switching, last time left. Right leg straightens. Exhale that left knee towards the chest. Give it a nice squeeze. And then bring the right knee to meet the left. One more squeeze, both knees into the chest. And then gently bring the hands behind the thighs, slowly rocking yourself up to a seated position. Sitting nice and tall, crown of the head reaches towards the sky. Inhale the arms up overhead, reaching the hands high. Exhale, lower. One more time, inhale the arms up overhead, lengthening, reaching for the sky. Exhale, lower. One more time, inhale up, reaching. Exhale, hands back down to the side. And then inhale the arms up, interlace the fingers, reaching for the sky. Tops of the hands reach high to the sky. Exhale, lower the hands so that they're in front of the chest, round at the back, coming into a seated cat. Holding here for a breath. Breathing into the upper back, feeling the shoulders pulling away from each other. And then exhale, release the hands, bring them to the back, interlace them at the back, and then lift them away from the small back, opening up the chest. Release the hands, inhale up. Interlace the hands one more time, holding up to the sky. Exhale, draw the hands in front of the chest and pull those hands towards the front of the room, rounding out the back, opening up the thoracic vertebrae. And then exhale, release those hands, bring them behind you, interlace, and then lift them off your low back, opening up the chest. And then release those hands, bring them back onto your knees, lengthening out the spine here. Gently turn the right shoulder forward as you pull the left shoulder back. And then switch. Left shoulder forward, right shoulder comes back. And again, switching. One more time. Spine stays nice and long. Crown of the head is lifted. Very good. Coming back to center. Inhale the left arm up. And then exhale, slowly taking that left arm towards the right side of the body or the room. Holding here in a side bend. Pulling that shoulder back, opening up the heart. Inhale, coming back up. Other side, arm raises. And then slowly bending over. Gaze can be down at the floor. Can be center or perhaps looking up at the outstretched arm. Again, pull that shoulder back, lift the heart. Inhale, right hand comes down, left hand comes up. We'll flow through this movement 2 more times. Inhale up, exhale over. One more time each way. Inhale up, exhale over. Last time, inhale up, exhale, bend. Inhale up, hands come down to the knees. We'll just do some gentle twists here. So lengthening up in the spine and then turning the right shoulder to the left, bringing the right hand to the left knee, and then gently turning and twisting, looking over that back shoulder if it's good for you. Otherwise, just take it to wherever you feel a nice stretch. And release, coming back to center. Other way, hand to the knee. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, turn and twist. Looking over that back shoulder. And then release, coming back to center. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Coming down, trying to keep the sits bones on the mat. And lengthen the spine. Neck is neutral. Breathing into the hips. On your next inhale, walk the hands towards the body, and then change the feet so the front foot moves to the back foot moves to the front. Inhale the hands up. Exhale, fold. Again, sits bones stay on the mat. Spine is long, neck is neutral. Very good. Inhale, walking the hands back towards the body, and then shift the feet out to one side. Coming over onto your knees, setting up for table. Knees are hip width apart. Hips are stacked over your knees. Fingers are spread nice and strong. And all the joints in the arms are aligned. Shoulders over the elbows, elbows over the wrists. Taking a deep inhale breath here. As you exhale, walk the hands towards the right side of the body, making a C shape with your spine. And turning to gaze over that right heel if that's good for you. Breathing deeply into this pose. And then inhale the hands back to center. Exhale the hands over to the left side. Nice C shape with the spine, and then gazing over that left heel if it's good for you. Inhale the hands back to center. Being mindful of our alignment, making sure the joints are stacked. Inhale, belly lowers, tailbone lifts, chest rises, coming into cow. Exhale, rounding out the spine, pushing the weight into the hands and the knees, allowing the thoracic ribs and vertebrae to come towards the ceiling. Inhale, coming back into cow, belly lowers, tailbone lifts, heart shines. Exhale, rounding out the spine, coming back into cat. Taking 2 more movements, linking the movement to your own breath. Making sure you're exhaling into cat and inhaling into cow. And then we'll meet back in tabletop. Inhale, that left arm comes forward, turn the palm towards the midline, and the right leg comes back straight. Holding here, imagining a straight line from the tips of the fingers to the heel. Breathing into this, starting to feel balanced, feeling strong. And exhale, draw the elbow in towards the knee into the elbow, round out the spine. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. One more time, inhale, lengthen. Foot is flexed. Exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen. And then lower the hand and the knee back to the mat. Checking in with the alignment, preparing for the other side. Inhale, that right arm comes up. Palm faces the midline. Send that left heel back. A nice straight line here between the hand and the heel. Holding strong. Exhale, elbow comes to meet the knee, round out the spine. Inhale, lengthen. Keeping that foot flexed. Exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen. Last time, exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen. And hand and knee lowers to the mat. Taking the hands, a palm print ahead. And then tucking the toes, lifting the hips, coming into our first downward facing dog. Taking a moment here to maybe pedal out the feet. So bending the right knee as the left leg straightens, left knee bends as the right leg straightens. Or maybe shifting the heels left and right, or swaying the hips. And then trying to draw the heels towards the mat. You can micro bend the knees, or if you need to, or bend them a little bit further. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, look ahead. Slowly walk the feet towards the hands, coming into a forward fold. Making sure the feet are hip width apart or perhaps 2 fist width. And then just hanging here, relaxing in this forward fold, allowing the head weight to drop, the crown of the head towards the mat. Micro bending the knees or bending the knees a lot. Whatever's good for you. And then shaking the head yes. Nodding the head no. And if you like, you can take opposite elbows to opposite hands and just sway here. Breathing into the hamstrings and the hips. And then release the hands. Slowly coming up, stacking each vertebrae on top of each other. Shoulders and head come up last. Very good, rolling the shoulders back. Inhale the hands to heart center. Taking a moment here for a deep breath. And then inhale the arms up overhead. Hands to touch if you can. Exhale, forward fold, lead with the chest, hinge at the hips. Inhale, coming up halfway lift. Hands on the floor, the shins or the thighs, but please not on the knees. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, the arms come up. Slight back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming up halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more time. Inhale, hands come up. Perhaps a deeper back bend this time. Exhale, forward fold, lead with the chest. Inhale, coming up halfway lift, nice L shape with the body. Exhale, fold. Inhale, coming up coming up reverse swan dive, hands together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Very good. Warming up the body, making it a little more pliable for our stretches. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming up halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, send the feet back. Inhale, shift the body forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, coming up, cobra or up dog. Exhale, lift the hips, tuck the toes, coming into downward dog. Holding here for 2 more breaths. Inhale, look ahead, walk, hop or jump to the front of the mat. Coming up, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Hands together, and exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up overhead. Slight back bend or a deep back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming up halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, send the feet back. Inhale, shift the body forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, coming up, cobra, up dog. Exhale, lift the hips, turn the toes, downward facing dog. Breathing here. One more breath. Inhale, look ahead, walk, hop or jump to the front of the mat, coming up halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up overhead. Taking a back bend if you can. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming up halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, send the feet back. Shift the body forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, coming up, cobra, up dog. Exhale, lift the hips, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale that right foot up to the sky, flex the foot, holding here for a breath. Exhale, draw the knee towards the chest, plant the foot between the hands, turn back, heel in, so it's at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, coming on up to warrior one. Holding nice and strong in this pose. Knee is over the ankle. You should be able to see your front toe. Drawing the shoulders away from the ears. Breathing into it here. Perhaps your hands can come together if that's good for you. You can gaze ahead or maybe up at the hands. And then shifting onto the ball of the left foot, turn the heel out, coming into high lunge. And then exhale, open up the arms to warrior two arms. Inhale, arms come back to center. Exhale, arms open. Inhale, arms come back up. One last time. Exhale, opening up the arms. Inhale, the arms come back to center. Cartwheel the arms down so that they're on either side. That right hand up and overhead, coming into a high lunge twist. Trying to stack the shoulders if you can. Gaze can be down at the foot. Gaze can be straight ahead, or perhaps looking up at the outstretched hand. If you need to, you can lower the back knee for more support. Exhale, bring the foot back. Inhale, shift the body forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, coming up, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Couple of breaths here. Inhale, lifting that left leg up to the sky. Flex the foot, holding here for a breath. Exhale, draw the knee towards the chest and then plant the foot between the hands. Turn the back heel in so the foot's at a 45-degree. Inhale, the arms come up, warrior one. Holding here nice and strong. Again, checking in with your alignment, making sure the heel and the ankle and the knee are in a line, all aligned. You should be able to see your front toe. Draw the shoulders away from your ear. Hands can be apart or hands can be together. Gaze can be straight ahead or perhaps up to the hands. And then inhale, open those hands up. Exhale, bring them back. One more time, arms come open. Arms come back up. Sorry, this is the one more time. Exhale, opening up the arms. Inhale, bringing them back up. Now cartwheel the hands forward, planting that right hand. Turn the heel out of the back foot. Right hand is planted. Inhale, that left arm up and overhead, coming into a high lunge twist. Stacking the shoulders if you can. And again, if you need more balance, you can heel toe the left foot out or lower the knee. Exhale that hand back down. Send that left foot back. Inhale, shift the body forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, coming up, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Holding here for a few breaths. Inhale, lifting the right leg up to the sky. Bend the knee, turn the hips, stack the hips. Bringing the hips back parallel to the mat, straighten out that right leg. Exhale the knee towards the chest, foot plants between the hands. Turn the back heel so that the foot is in line with the short edge of the mat. Inhale, coming up to warrior two. Arms are nice and strong and long, pulling in opposite directions. Knee is over the ankle. And on your exhale, maybe sinking a little bit deeper into the front leg, lowering the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, straighten that front leg, and then shift that back hip back a little further as you pull forward with the front arm, and then exhale, coming in to triangle. Again, trying to stack the shoulders if you can. Your hand can be on the shin, your hand can be on the foot, or perhaps on a block or on the mat. Gaze can be down, forward, or looking at the extended hand. And then bring that extended hand down to the mat. Walking the hands towards the midline, turning the toes so that they're facing the long edge of the mat, coming into a wide-legged fold. Holding here. Hands are underneath the shoulders. And then slowly walking the hands towards the left. Bending the left knee, coming into a side lunge. Inhale, walking the hands back to center, straightening out that leg. Exhale, walk them over to the right, bending that right knee. Being mindful of the alignment here, the knee should still be over the ankle. Inhale, back to center. Turn and pivot the feet back to the front of the mat. Hands are on either side of the front foot. Bend the front knee, send it back. Inhale, shift the body forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, coming up cobra, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Holding here for a few breaths. Inhale, that left leg comes up, flex the foot, bend the knee, and then turn and stack the hips. Hips come back to parallel to the mat. Leg is straight. Exhale, the knee comes towards the chest. Plant the foot between the hands. Turn the back foot so that the edge of the foot is in line with the short edge of the mat. Inhale, coming up, warrior two. Holding nice and strong in your warrior. Knees in line with the ankle at the front. Arms are pulling in opposite direction. Gaze is over the middle finger of the front hand. On your next exhale, see if you can sink it a little deeper into this pose, into the front leg. Inhale, straighten out that front leg. Send the back hip back further. Reach forward with the front hand, and then coming down. Again, hand can be on the shin, foot, block, mat. Coming into triangle. Utthita Trikonasana. Drishti can be towards the floor, straight ahead, or up at the extended arm. And then release that extended hand down to the mat. Turn on the balls of the feet so the toes are facing the long edge of the mat. Walk the hands to center, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. And then exhale, slowly walk the hands to the right, bending in the right knee, coming into a side. Straight down. Inhale, the arms back, center, straightening out the right leg. And then exhale, bending the left knee. Hands walking over to the left side for a left side lunge. And then pivot on the balls of the feet, bringing the toes towards the front of the mat. Hands come to either side of the left foot. Inhale, send that left foot back. Shift the body forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, coming up, cobra, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Taking 2 breaths here. Inhale, look ahead. Walk, hop, or jump to the front of the mat. Coming up, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And shake it out. Opportunity to take a sip of water if you need. And then standing tall at the front of your mat. Hands can be outstretched beside you. You can have them on your hips. Inhale the right knee up, flex the foot. And then taking that right knee towards the left with the foot up still, and then sending it back, coming into warrior 3. Hands can be on the hips. Perhaps your hands are in airplane, or maybe you can outstretch your hands ahead. Holding here, finding your balance. Inhale, bringing the knee back towards the body, but do not let the foot touch down. Exhale, coming back into warrior 3. Again, hands on the hips, airplane hands, or arms outstretched. Flexing the foot. One more time, flowing through here. Left foot comes back, or right foot comes back, but don't let it touch down. And then exhale, sending it back. Taking whatever position of hands you were in the first time. And then inhale, right leg comes back to the floor, arms come down, shaking it out. Same thing, other side. Rooting through that right foot. Left foot comes up, flex the foot. And then slowly bringing it behind you, shifting the weight forward. Hands can be on the hips. Hands can be back in airplane mode or outstretched ahead of you, coming into warrior 3. Neck stays neutral. So gazing maybe a meter or 3 feet ahead of you. Bringing the leg back, shifting up. Again, don't let the foot touch down. And then inhale, coming back into warrior 3. Whatever variation of arms is good for you. Flowing through the movement one more time. Inhale, coming back up. And then exhale, extend that foot back. Arms come up, or airplane, or on the hips. And exhale, release everything, shaking it all out. Preparing for a balance pose here. Nice and strong, root through the feet. Tuck those knees back, engage the inner thighs. Crown of the head lifts. And then rolling onto the ball of your right foot. Turning the heel in, a kickstand. You can stay here if you like. We're coming into tree. So the foot can come up to the inside of the shin, or perhaps it's coming up into the thigh, or maybe half lotus. Please just do not rest that foot on the inside of the knee. Don't want any added pressure on the knee. Holding strong and steady here. Gazing ahead at something that's not moving. And then inhale the arms up. Exhale, grow some branches. Allow your light to shine. Inhale the arms back to center. Exhale the hands to heart center, release the leg, shake it out. Finding rooting in both feet again, standing nice and tall, and then rolling onto the ball of the left foot. Turn the heel in like a kickstand, standing here if that's good for you, or bringing the knee to the inside of the shin, knee to the inside of the thigh, or perhaps standing in half lotus if you can. Hands to heart center. Feeling strong, feeling rooted, finding balance. And inhale the arms up. Exhale, grow some branches. Lowering the shoulders away from the ears. Gazing straight ahead, focusing on something steady. And then inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center, release the legs and shake them all out. Finding your way to the top of your mat. Inhale the arms up overhead. A nice back bend here if you can. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming up halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, send the feet back, lower the knees, and draw the sits bones towards the heels, coming into child's pose. Taking a few moments here. Bring the breath back to relax and restore. Maybe looking to the right, left, massaging our third eye into the mat. And then when you're ready, coming up to tabletop. Knees are underneath the hips. And then just walk the hands out. A couple of palm prints ahead, and then just allow the chest to come to the floor, coming into puppy pose, keeping the hips high. If this is too much for your shoulders, you can just allow your forehead to come to the mat and keep your hands beside you. Just sinking into this pose here. Again, hips stay high. Starting to calm. And then slowly walking the hands back, lifting the body into tabletop. And then shifting the feet up, coming into plank. Sending that right foot up and in between the hands. And then lowering the back knee, coming into holding here if you like. Or perhaps bringing the hands onto the thigh. And then sinking the hips forward. Breathing into the hips here. Or if you like, hands can come up into crescent. And then exhale, lower the hands, either down or coming into a low lunge. If you need more balance, you can heel toe that front foot towards the outside of the mat here, just to Widen the stance, train tracks. And release that hand down. Bring the heel of with your right hand. Just deepening into a quad stretch here. Breathing into the front of the leg. Breathing into the hips. And release. That right foot back. And then exhale, bring that left foot to frame the hands. Lowering that right knee down. You can stay here if you like. Or you can come on up to the thigh. And then shift the hips forward. Holding here for a couple of breaths. Or you can inhale the arms up overhead, coming into crescent lunge. Exhale the hands back down to frame the foot. Planting that right hand. Inhale that left arm up. Coming into low lunge twist. Opening up the shoulder. Opening up the heart. Allowing your light to shine. And then release that hand back down to the mat. And can be on the outside or the inside of the foot, whichever is comfortable for you. And then inhale that right hand up. Twisting on the other side. Hand lowers back down to the mat. And then again, if you need extra support for your knee, fold up the mat. Flex that right foot, draw the heel towards the backside. And then trying to take that foot into the left hand for a quad stretch here. Breathing into the front of the leg, breathing into the hips. And again, being mindful of the alignment with the knee and ankle and the front leg. And release the hand, release the foot. Tuck the toe of that right foot, lift the knee, send that left foot back. Holding in plank for a moment here. Nice and strong, imagining a straight line from the tip of the head or the top of the head to the heels. And then inhale that right knee towards the right wrist. And then send the hips back, coming into pigeon. You can stay here if you like, or perhaps lowering down onto your forearms. If you need, you can lower your forearms. Right hip is far off the mat. You can put a block under it just to help support. towards the body. Tuck the left toe, lift the leg, send the right foot back, coming into plank. Holding here for a breath. And then exhale, bringing the left knee towards the left wrist. Foot comes to the right edge of the mat, and then sending that right knee back. Hands can stay here. You can have your body supported by your hands. You can come down onto forearms, maybe on the blocks, or perhaps forearms to the mat. Maybe lowering the head down to the fists. Breathing deeply. Starting to feel calm. And then when you're ready, you can walk the hands back towards the body. Tuck the toes of the right foot. Coming on up, straighten the right foot, send the left foot back. Holding here in plank. And then lowering the knees. Shifting the sits bones back. And then coming over onto one side to seated. Bringing the soles of the feet together. Coming into butterfly pose. So nice and tall in the spine, crown lifts to the ceiling. And relaxing the legs to wherever they can go. Please don't force them. Your legs may be up here, that's okay. Just take them to wherever you feel a nice stretch. And then just slowly lead with the chest coming forward just a little bit, but keeping length in the spine. Neck is neutral. Gazing ahead. Breathing into the inner thighs. And when you're ready, round out that back. Allow the head weight to fall. Crown of the head towards the toes. Maybe tuck the chin into the chest a little bit. And breathe here a couple of breaths. And then inhale, coming back up. Keeping the soles of the feet the way that they are. And then bringing the knees up together. Standing or sitting tall. Placing the right hand on the left knee and the left hand on the right knee. Inhale the crown of the head up. Exhale, lower the knees, allowing the arms to cross ahead. And then gently lower the head, tuck the chin into the chest. Breathing into that upper back. Feeling the shoulder blades gently pulling apart. Releasing tension in the shoulders and the upper back. Inhale, bring the knees back together, and then switch hands. So the hand that was on the top now comes to the bottom, and that was at the bottom now comes to the top. Inhale, lengthening in the spine. Exhale, release the knees to the sides, allowing the arms to pull with it, and then tuck the chin in towards the chest. Breathing into the upper back. And inhale, bringing the knees back up. Releasing the hands. Sending the feet out in front of you. Shaking them out. And inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. The goal is to bring the chest towards the thighs, keeping the back nice and round. So if you need a strap, you can place a strap around the balls of the feet and hold here. Or perhaps your hands are at your shins, maybe at your ankles. Maybe your peace fingers are wrapping around your big toes. Or if you can go deeper, placing a block at the bottom of your feet. Just keeping a nice, tall spine. Breathing into the calves and the hamstrings, feeling a nice deep stretch here. And when you're ready, you can round at the back, lower the crown of the head towards the knees. And relax into this pose. And then release, coming back up. Making sure the feet are at the top of the mat. And then very slowly rolling down onto your back. Going slower than you might want to. Engaging the core as you come down. And then exhale the knees into the chest. We'll give them a squeeze, maybe a gentle rock side to side. And then placing the soles of the feet onto the mat, close to your backside. You want to be able to just graze the heels with the middle fingers. Hands come to your side. And inhale very slowly. We're going to start to lift the hips, feeling each vertebrae leave the mat. Nice and slow. Lots of control. And then once you've reached your highest point, perhaps you can roll to your right and tuck your left shoulder, and then gently roll to the left, tuck the right shoulder. Maybe the hands can come underneath you, interlaced. Holding up here. And then trying to release the glutes, letting the thighs and the core do the work here to hold you up. And then remove the hands from underneath, and then gently, slowly lowering again, one vertebrae at a time, feeling each vertebrae connect to the mat. Exhale as you lower down. And again, inhale, lifting up. Maybe sending the hips a little bit higher if you can. And if you want, tucking the shoulder blades, hands interlaced, coming underneath the body, holding here. If you want to add an element of intensity to this, you can straighten the right leg. Keeping the hips lifted. And then lower that right leg. Straighten the left leg. Lower the left leg, coming back into your bridge. Lifting a little bit higher. And then removing the hands. Again, slowly letting each vertebrae make connection with the mat, lowering down. We'll take 2 more bridge movements. We'll flow through the movement, linking it to your breath. Inhaling, coming up. Exhaling as you lower. Inhaling, coming up. Exhaling as you lower. And then bringing the soles of the feet up to the sky. Hands come to the outside of the feet. Elbows come to the inside of the knees, coming into happy baby. And then pushing into the hands with the feet as you pull into the feet with the hands. Relaxing them back into the mat. You can gently rock side to side if you like. And perhaps stretching one foot or one leg, and then the other leg. And then coming back into your happy baby. And then releasing the soles of the feet down to the mat. Extending the left leg straight. The right foot to the inside of the left knee. Inhale the arms up to T position. And then exhale, slowly lower that right knee towards the left side of the body. Trying to keep the right shoulder on the mat. And then turning to gaze over that right shoulder, if that's comfortable for you. Breathing into the spinal twist. Sending energy to the entire spinal column. If you'd like to deepen this a little bit, you can take the palm of the left hand and bring it to the right thigh. Just to deepen the twist very slightly. Remember to breathe. If your hand is on the thigh, bring it back to T position. Inhale the knee back to center. And then exhale, switch. Right leg straightens, left knee bends, foot to the inside of the right knee. And then exhale, slowly lowering the left knee towards the right side of the body. Again, trying to keep that left shoulder on the mat. And then turning to gaze over that left shoulder. Breathing into the spinal column. If you want to take it a little deeper, you can place the palm of the right hand onto the left thigh. If your hand is on the thigh, bring it back to T position. And then inhale, bringing the knee back to center. And then the right knee comes to meet the left. Exhale, bring the knees back to the chest, giving them a nice big squeeze here. Perhaps even lifting the forehead to come and meet the knees, rolling into a ball. And then exhale, release. Knees come to the edge of the mat as wide as the mat. We'll do a couple of windshield wiper moves here just to loosen things up. So Inhale the arms to T position. Exhale, lower the knees to the right. Inhale the knees back to center. Exhale over to the left. Inhale the knees back to center one more time each way. And then once your knees are back to center, just straightening out the legs, allowing the feet to be as wide as the mat as we prepare for our final relaxation. Feet can splay to the side. Hands come to the side of the body. Shoulders gently tuck in towards each other. Chin towards the chest. Starting to feel heaviness in the feet and the calves. Starting to feel the thighs and the hips completely relax. Feeling the abdomen, the chest, and the shoulders surrender to gravity. The hands and the arms feeling warm and relaxed. The neck and the jaw are relaxed. Tongue falls away from the roof of the mouth. Eyes relax into the sockets. Mind is completely relaxed. Breathing deeply in and out through the nose. Taking this time to remind yourself that you were made to shine. And to let your light be seen. And that you can bring joy to many others just by shining your light and sharing your energy. Starting to deepen the breath. Bringing awareness back to the body. Wiggling the toes. Wiggling the fingers. Circling the wrists and the ankles. And then rolling over to your right side or comfortable side, coming into a fetal position, using your arm as a pillow. Taking a moment here And then when you're ready, pushing into your hand, coming into a seated position with your eyes gently closed. Bringing your hands to heart center. It has been my honor to guide you through this practice this evening. I thank you very much for sharing your light, love, and energy with me. Namaste.
Namaste.